Good morning, DFS. This is a live stream, I think. I do believe I am on the internet right now talking about fantasy football. Got Osimo in the background, Scott Baker, Alex Baker, #1 player in the world, runs Osimo. Like Osimo. You trust those guys for the most part. I mean, good stuff. But here we are. Halloween. Trick or treat time. Time to get some DFS on right now. Anyway, we're here live. Hoping maybe somebody comes in, picks us up to see what we're talking about here today. So, looking forward to this Sunday. It's going to be a good one. So, nobody's watching right now, so I'm just running live on the internet.com. Pretty cool. I like it. So, how's everybody doing this morning? You ready to get some money? Ready to do this DFS? Ready to hear me talk about it? Well, I'm about to. So, let's pull up some stuff here. This is my first live stream. Nobody's watching. That's all right. But we're going to go game by game today, folks. And I'm going to tell you what I think about this upcoming slate. All right, man. Let's just get into it. First game I got here on the board for you today is a big one for us. We're going to be using pieces from this game for sure. But starting off, we're going to talk about Carolina and Atlanta. Atlanta at home against the Panthers. Panthers lost 4 straight games. Pretty exposed. No McCaffrey as usual since week 3. Looking forward to getting him back eventually sometime this year so we can start using him. Liking Atlanta, liking the Atlanta-Carolina game today. One note of interest that most DFS didn't pick up on, Stephon Gilmore, free agent, the Carolina side to help out that defense. He's coming back, making his debut for the Panthers today. So that'll make it a little bit more interesting. Might slow down the pace of game or whatever, but Atlanta throws the ball a ton. They don't really run the ball very efficiently, but they will throw the ball a bunch. 35 throws, probably at least for Matt Ryan, going up until 40 throws. Matt Ryan, for his career, has pretty much run ramp shot against the Carolina Panthers. So I like Matt Ryan this week. Don't really like any of his receivers per se. They're all priced pretty evenly. Though you can go to Russell Gage at 4,200. Kyle Pitts at 6,300. That's going to be a little bit harder to get to this week. I don't think we're going to quite get there. But Matt Ryan's going to make some cuts. 5,900. Can't really go wrong there. You're going to get 40 throws. Running that back, a couple pieces that are obviously you want to target Atlanta. Chupacabra Hubbard, I guess, is live. He's been a little dicey lately. He's not the greatest running back in the world, but he should get massive volume against a team that gives it up. So we like Chupacabra Hubbard, and of course DJ Moore has been a huge target monster for Sam Darnold this year. He should get another 10 targets. No one really covering him. Atlanta plays a lot of cover too, so he should be able to get busy on what they want to do. So, yeah. So those are my pieces from there. That's where I'm going to be targeting. Another game that's going to be pretty heavily targeted this week: Buffalo at Miami. Buffalo 4-2 at home against the lowly Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are just dumpster fire. This could be where it all implodes on them this week. So Buffalo at home, huge favorite. So we're going to be looking to get some running backs. Devin Singletary, Zach Moss. They're going to be busy today. They're going to get work done. I'm going to be fading Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. I just don't really think they're going to need them that much today. They'll have fine games. But I don't. Just not going to go there. They have 3 mouths to feed, and to get that right might be a little bit too high risk for me. So I'm just going to play it safe. We're going to run running backs against Miami because that's just a thing that you do, and hopefully Singletary and Zach Moss both have nice games and pay off their very low salaries of 52 and 46 respectively. Obviously not going to play them together, but you use running backs against Miami. It's pretty easy. As far as the Miami side of the ball goes, I have a little bit of interest in just doing a massive pivot lineup against Miami and using Tagovailoa or whatever his name is, and maybe putting something together with that squad as a run back. Kind of just they're going to be crazy low owned, so you're going to have a huge leverage by using a Tagovailoa stack today. But once again, they got Devontae Parker back in the mix. Gesicki's easy. Miami's pretty easy to figure out as far as what they're using for running backs or for players in general. So Miami, yeah, I mean, I'm not going there, but Gaskins, I guess you can go there. Gesicki's probably their nicest looking piece. Now, if you are looking to get really weird with it and you need a severe pay down option, this is gonna 2,500 tight end Durham Smythe. This dude has been targeted 4, 5, 6 times the last 3 games. Yeah, no, he's not the number 1 guy. He's the tight end 2, but 3, 4, 5 targets at 2,500. That's kind of appealing. Miami throws the ball at like the 2nd or 3rd highest rate. They're usually good for over 35 to 40 throws a game. So, I mean, it's not really the worst idea. The weather there is going to be ill. It's gonna be a nasty day in Orchard Park. Not exactly sure how well that plays out. Buffalo is going to be my lock across the board defense this week. I hope everybody goes to the Bengals. And we can all see why. We can all understand that. So hopefully a lot of ownership gets off that Buffalo defense, which I really like this week. They've been really steady. They are tough against the quarterback. So not a bad idea. And I think that's what we're going to do is lock in Buffalo's defense across the board. So that's how we're looking at that game. Buffalo probably blows them out, but we'll see. Moving on to another kind of game. We got Chicago at home against the 49ers. We got the 3-4 Bears against the 2-4 Niners. Didn't realize the Niners are that bad, although they just are dumpster fire week to week. Apparently, the Bears head coach isn't coaching. I didn't hear why. I really don't care, but apparently he's not coaching. So the special teams coach gets to step in and be the coach. Um, I don't know. I kind of like it. Kind of like it. It's windy day in Chicago. I'm not looking much for the pass catchers in this game. Obviously, Devo Samuels has been a monster. He's priced at 7,100 this week, and he's going to get his chances. You can do worse than Debo Samuels. Chicago's secondary has not been, too resistant to wide receivers this year. So you can definitely probably go there and take a look. Debo will be low owned today, so you'll be rolling the dice, but you'll get good leverage on the field with Debo today. As far as the Chicago Bears side of the field, offensively speaking, there are a lot of question marks. Uh, their wide receivers at this point are fairly untrustable. Windy game for the rookie who Justin Fields, who I don't think is really very good. I've seen him a couple times now. There's not much there right now. But what is there right now for the Bears is Khalil Herbert. Khalil Herbert, uh, obvious clear cut workhorse for them. They're going to try to run the ball as much as they can. And Khalil Herbert has a 20 touches or so the last 2 weeks. No reason to think that is going to change anytime soon. Yeah, Damian Williams might get himself a few touches here. He might see some action in the second and third quarter, but I think it is Khalil Herbert's team right now as far as he's the guy on offense. So Khalil Herbert, 5,600. We're going to be locking him in. He's going to be a main piece of what we're trying to do today. And Khalil Herbert is somebody I'm really liking. News and note for the Chicago Bears as well is no Khalil Mack, their best defensive player. He will not be playing today, so that definitely gives me a little bit of interest in Elijah Mitchell. Elijah Mitchell, I guess, is the guy there. He plays a lot when he plays, and he touches the ball a lot when he plays, and he's playing, and but it's the Niners, and they're the most cryptic team in the NFL. Hard to figure out what exactly they're planning on doing week to week. Once again, they got no Kittles is out. I mean, you want to go to Ross Totweiler at I think it's 2,900 for him. Not too interested in him. Nice little football player at tight end, but not too interested there. But that's going to be a big piece of what we're trying to do. Khalil Herbert, running back for the Chicago Bears. So see how that goes today. No other real thoughts on there. Darnell Mooney's priced down. You can take a shot at him if you need to make a lineup work with a $4,500 receiver or whatever he is today. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on that game today, though, because like I said, we got the interest in the Herberts. So moving on to the next game. Really nice AFC North divisional game. We got Pittsburgh at Cleveland today. 4-3 Cleveland against 3-3 Pittsburgh. Sounds like a pretty even game. Wind's going to be up in Cleveland. Typical late autumn kind of Cleveland day. So coffee. So I got interest in this game. I don't think a lot of people are going to go here. I think there's going to be low ownership on a lot of these pieces. But so let's just dive into it. On the Cleveland side of the ball, Nick Chubb is back. Receivers are hurt. And Pittsburgh's soft against the pass. So, I mean, how do you really look? I mean, Najee Harris is going to be is a good football player. He gets a lot of work. I think he's pretty much in that Deontay Swift kind of category where he's pretty much becoming matchup proof. Situations really don't affect what he's going to do out there for the Steelers. He catches the ball a lot. You're getting almost wide receiver one type volume from your running back, who's also getting goal line work and can bust off big plays. So I like Najee Harris. Cleveland's a little tough against the run, but you could definitely do worse. I don't think anybody's going to play Najee Harris this week. I think he's going to be really low owned. And like I said, he's very much developing into that poor man's Christian McCaffrey, which a lot of people were excited about earlier in the season on him. So it's starting to look like that's actually coming to fruition. So we all know how Pittsburgh can do when they get a running back that works for them. So yeah, Najee Harris, he's a good play this week. Not crazy about any of the Pittsburgh wide receivers. You can always go to Deontay Johnson. He's always a really good fantasy football player. I mean, I think he's at like 6,800 this week, so he's pricey. He should see decent volume. Pittsburgh still throws the ball a lot, so that's you can go there. Claypool, he's got upside, a little sporadic. He'll show his floor every once in a while, but with no juju. No Eric Ebron as well this week for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which brings us down to probably one of my favorite plays all of a sudden at a position that I can't stand. So at tight end, I don't even know. Let me double check this rookie. Still haven't gotten his name right. So let me see what we got going on there. Alex, are you getting to Alvin Kamara, and are you getting anyone else from this New Orleans squad? Kamara's really good plan. Go over is much cheaper than DraftKings. The DraftKings, live streaming on YouTube. Never thought I'd see the day. Always wanted to. This is my first live stream. I know no one's watching, but that's fine. Maybe somebody picks up. Maybe somebody stumbles into the room, wants to hear what I'm talking about tonight. Get tired of listening to roto grinders and all those kind of guys, So that's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're just gonna pull up. Anybody else for the Saints, or should we move on to the last one? I don't want to see much work as Cowboy. Maybe we'll get a breakout game or something. Okay. Hey Ben, you mentioned that you've got some wild bets, and of course the Awesome Odds channel can catch all of your work. You and Eitan doing some great shows. Matt and Jesse, so many other people over there putting in work, but you're heading everything up. And what is this kid's name? Pat Freiermuth. Yes, Pat Freiermuth, or I'm not exactly sure that's how you say it, but he will be the tight end man today for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 3,600. Gotta like that spot. Yeah, he got 7 targets last week. Like I said, they throw the ball, they'll go to the tight end. So Pat Freiermuth, 3,600. I'm going to like that volume today. We're going to plug in a lot of that today. So Pat Freiermuth turned into one of my favorite plays once I found out Eric Ebron's out, Juju's out. So these guys are going to throw the ball. He'll get some. So you like that. I like that. As far as the rest of the Steelers go, this whole game is pretty blasé. Auto playing bullshit. Got a bunch Samuel L. Jackson, some beta cuck. Yeah, thank you, Capital One. Not sponsored. Could be sponsored. Capital One, if you want to sponsor my show, be more than glad to do that. I'll sell out to a fucking shitty ass credit card company, get myself some production value, maybe get a producer, show me how to actually do this shit for real. But I don't think I really have any other takes from Steelers Browns. It's a divisional game. Cleveland 4.5 point favorite. So Steelers are tough against the run. I don't have much love for Nick Chubb, and I think that him being back is going to just muddy that whole backfield situation. Nick Chubb's something like 60. I think he's like $7,000 this week. So it's going to be hard for him to pay that off. He could get there, but not very excited. Not very excited. So that's my thoughts on Pittsburgh and the Cleveland Browns. So I'm going to have to just move on to next game. Got Philadelphia Eagles 2-5 against the Detroit Lions 0-7. 0-7 Detroit Lions. What else is new with the Lions? But Eagles are a fucking dumpster fire too. They're such a weird team for the DFS purposes as well. So let's just talk about it a little bit. Of course, you can go. Jalen Hurts is obviously live. This guy scores fantasy points somehow. He doesn't throw the ball very particularly well. He doesn't have great receivers. But he scores touchdown. I just feel he's just a little too touchdown dependent. That can be a little bit too varietal for your quarterbacks. I know he's definitely their goal line back right now. So if anybody's playing Gainwell, Boston Scott, don't forget Jordan Howard is also active for the Eagles today. I think that really muddies up that a lot. We've seen Jordan Howard emerge out of nowhere for a couple teams now. It's just something that he does. They've been sandbagging him, and now they've got him out there. So beware to all y'all that are playing Gainwell, that are chasing that Boston Scott 4,400. I know I was interested in that earlier. If you watched the earlier video this week on some of my first thoughts, but we have pivoted off of that. I'm not too sure what to make of the Eagles' backfield this week. Um, so that's that. As far as the Eagles receivers go, Smith, the rookie, he's there. Like I said, it's just so inefficient throwing the football. Hurts doesn't get a lot of time to throw the football. They've had offensive line problems all year. It's better than it has been, but you're just really not too excited about it. I mean, you can go to Dallas Goedert. He'll probably be your safe if you're gonna, pay 40 something hundred for a tight end. You can go Dallas Goedert. You know, he's going to need to score to pay that off. Probably, he's not a very, super high volume type player usually. So that's what it is. Um, Quaz Watkins and Jaden Reardon, they rarely get there, despite even, they were both under $4,000. So if you're looking for a receiver in that kind of ballpark, that's what it could do. So we'll just go on over to, I think that's all I got for the Eagles right now. I'm not really liking too much from them. I'm not going to be focusing too hard there, although, against the Lions, maybe I should be. But as far as the Lions side of the ball, home dog, 3 points. Vegas thinks this is going to be a close game, which is intriguing. Lions have a chance to win today. They're probably going to beat somebody this year. So why not the Eagles at home in a tight game, tight spread? Jared Goff, we're tired of going there. He may be as bad as everybody always said he was. So, but he still goes out there. He's probably one of the cheapest starting quarterbacks you're going to find on DraftKings. But that's not exactly how we like to attack the Eagles. The Eagles, we want to run running backs against the Eagles. The Eagles have not shown any indication that they have any interest in stopping running backs this year. So that just is like an obvious, what is it, Dante Swift kind of week. He's going to carry the Q tag all week, which keeps ownership off of him. He's never more than like 5-6% owned, which is great because he smashes. And if they're going to win this game today, he's going to have to smash. If they're going to lose this game, he'll probably going to have to smash. So, we like Swift a lot. I think he's at 68 or $7,000 or something like that. But he's in that ballpark with the Q tag. And we like Swift a lot this week. Jamal Williams got added to the injury report for the Lions midweek, something like Thursday afternoon. So, maybe with all things being said, we get late news that Williams isn't going to play or something like that, then you're definitely running to Swift. You're just slam them in there because the Eagles just hot garbage against running backs, and they'll continue to be. So I know, hate to like the Lions for anything, but that's what we're liking from the Lions. Definitely like a lot of Swift. You get Khalil Raymond and Amos St. John Brown or whatever the hell his name is that freaking burned us last week. I don't know how you go from freaking 27 targets over 3 games to 0 targets in a game where you're throwing the ball. I don't get it. But it's the Lions. They're a mess. I'm not going to go to Hawkinson today. Not too interested there. Really, the only piece from the Lions that I'm going to be going after is Swift. So hopefully that's not too popular, but we'll see. But it's definitely a good play. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I mean, I ain't got my setup looking as perfect as it needs to be quite yet. We're still working on it. We got the fish tank back here. we got Juliet over my right shoulder with her chainsaw, and once I get, got to get a new monitor, buy this brand new computer, and I go ahead and I fuck up my monitor. Say lovey, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna have to go get a new one. So right now, I'm just streaming off my fucking TV, which is nice. It's a nice TV, but well, like I said, we're gonna get this all looking good, and eventually, we're gonna be as big as Osimo himself. Just kidding, Alex. You're the man. Uh, so I think that's all I got to say about this dumpster fire piece of shit game. So hopefully YouTube doesn't throw me out for cursing using adult language. But anyway, let's move on. Moving on down, we've got the Rams are at the Texans. We got the 6-1 Rams against the 1-6 Houston Texans. Vegas has this at a 16.5 point spread, but I haven't seen anything that big since Brady and Moss were together. That's a big spread. That's a really big spread. Not exactly even sure. I thought it was going to be a little tighter than that, but I guess not. So let's talk about it. Where do you want to start? I guess we should start with the Rams. Rams defense is like $5,000 this week on DraftKings. No, thank you. I don't know what the hell you need to have happen to pay off $5,000 defense, but good luck with that. I hope a lot of people do that. I really do. I really hope a lot of people go for that. You got Stafford, you got Cups. Cups price way the hell up. Cooper Cup's $9,000 this week. Cooper Cup is great, but I don't know if he's going to be $9,000 spot kind of great here. He's going to need 2 touchdowns to pay that off, and I don't think that's necessary for them this week. So we'll be avoiding Cooper Cup. Robert Woods, nice ball player, does not quite get the volume that you like for his price tag. So we could do different. But if you want to be different, if you need some variance in your lineups this week, Robert Woods isn't a bad idea. Maybe he's the guy who gets the 2 tutties this week and breaks the slate. Pretty much all of these Rams players have that kind of potential this week. Houston has been absolutely wretched against tight ends. Tight ends have had their way against Houston all year. They have got, even James O'Shaughnessy had like 10 catches against Houston. So this could be the Tyler Higbee game that a lot of people have been waiting for and have given up on. Higbee is just pretty steady. He's out there. He's just another weapon. But his day is coming. Capital One, if you're going to keep interrupting my live stream, I love saying that though. Interrupting my live stream with your autoplay. Anyway, my live stream. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but if you are, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're going to talk a little DFS there for a little while before lock. Pretty much have most of my action pretty much locked up in here for today. I'm just waiting to hear if anything weird comes through. We're almost at 10 o'clock, so all the good information is in. I don't think we're really waiting on anything right now. So this is all live thoughts. There's decent pay down option at wide receiver. We're always looking for a decent pay down wide receiver each week for each slate. The best thing I could see going is this Van Jefferson, I think that's his name, rookie for the Rams, wide receiver. He's priced at like 30, 38, 39, something like that. Got 7 targets last week. Deshaun Watson, inactive. Not Deshaun Watson, excuse me. Deshaun Jackson is inactive for this game. Apparently, he's been given permission to seek a trade through his agent so that he can find a situation where he's going to play a little bit more. I'm sure they had plans for Jackson, hoping for the best, kind of try to get something, add a little better initiative to the team. But, they seem pretty happy with what they got going forward. And Deshaun Watson will not be active. So feel free, if you need that salary, it'd probably behoove us to speak about Darrell Henderson, who burned everybody last week real toasty like. He was very popular. He was very bad. Still had 18 touches in a just a wretched, just bad performance. So you can expect him to get his 18 touches again this week against the Houston Texans. And he can probably convert that into more of what he normally does, which is 16 to 19 fantasy points. I don't think he really has the super high ceiling. Obviously, if he gets 2 tutties, now you're talking now you're talking about really smashing his salary. But that's pretty high variance. They're probably going to spread it around today, and everybody's going to get a little bit. So in those kinds of situations, I like the pay her down kind of options. But Daryl Henderson, I think he's great in cash games. If you're a cash game player, which I am not usually anyway, but I think Daryl Henderson's a great cash play. He'll probably be chalky, so we're probably going to fade him in tournaments just because I don't quite like his potential to get to a ceiling game. And fuck your auto playing bullshit T-Mobile, especially. Definitely don't want to be sponsored by your sorry ass. So anyway, that's my thought on them. Houston Texans, what can I say? Brandon Cooks. I mean, I guess you can play some of their wide receivers because they're going to have to throw the ball, I guess. But they look like they're regressing quickly. And I don't think there's much there. There's going to be volume. There's going to be lots of throws. Who knows if they turn into catches or not? But yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to do a Miles Davis stack or whatever the hell that guy's name is, you can get there and make it work with Rams run backs and whatever. Watch that win the Millie this week, but I doubt it. So let's just move on. Tennessee at Indianapolis. This is one of my favorite games of the week, not just because I'm a Colts guy for all my life, but because it just has that environment. Colts are a 3-point favorite. Really? Wow. Of all the things that I just assumed Tennessee was going to be like a 2-point favorite today or something like that. But he's like 3-point favorite. Interesting. Yeah, well, Tennessee 5-2 on the road at Indianapolis, coming off a big win. Indianapolis 3-4, struggling, had some bad losses, giving some games away. Somehow they're competitive. Yeah, no, I'm pretty confused about this point spread. Makes me wonder if I've misthought Jonathan Taylor all week. It's Derrick Henry week for me, folks. Everybody was on him last week because he was God damn it. Oh, God, I've had enough of that stupid auto playing crap. I got to figure out how to disconnect that. TFM taught me how to do that shit, but I just got to figure it out. So, anyway, moving on. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Derrick Henry week. Everybody went there last week when he was priced up, and he didn't kill you, but he didn't. He wasn't he wasn't the highest paid player on the slate. You didn't pay that off, that's for sure. Because that's why we don't play him at home. Guess who did score? Man, Ryan Tannehill at home. I'm telling you, this home road thing with Tennessee, it's been pretty predictable, and we're going to keep riding that. And Derrick Henry is going to be. I'm going to be over the field on Derrick Henry for sure this week. Price down in a situation where I like him, and now yeah. Derrick Henry, 8,900. I'm going to get a price discount and an ownership discount on him on the road. I love Derrick Henry on the road. I've been saying these in my videos for a long time. I've been saying it since the better part of last year. So we are going with Derrick Henry, and I'm going to ride that out. I know, hot take. AJ Brown definitely live this week. Colts can't cover anybody. The Colts give it up in big ways to wide receivers. So it's not even a horrible idea to, and you're not going to hear this very often, but a play I will be making is I will be stacking Derrick Henry and AJ Brown together in a few lineups because that was a thing last year. And I think this is one of those spots where it could be a thing again. So definitely liking that spot. other pieces from this game, Julio Jones is out. We all know that. So that opens the door up for either somebody like a Chester Rogers, 3,200. If you need to get that down that low, Chester Rogers is going to be there for you. And he will get some targets today. Not an exciting player, but if you need to get down that low at wide receiver for some reason, Chester Rogers is there. You can also, what's his name? Chad Johnson, Charles Johnson, something like that. Former Colt. He gets in the mix when guys are missing. So keep an eye out there. Obviously, it's a little bit of a scatter shot who that third receiver or second receiver is going to be for Tennessee today. They might not need it. It just might be heavily concentrated on Henry and A.J. Brown, which I do think is going to be the case. Beyond that, Tannehill is going to be a great kind of pivot if you're not looking to do Derrick Henry. You can always just go Tannehill, I think he's 6,100. I got him right here. Tannehill, he's 6,600. So 6,600 Ryan Tannehill paired up with, whatever AJ Brown is at. AJ Brown, 6,900. So that's going to be a good way to kind of. I don't think that's going to be a terribly popular stack. It should be. That's going to be a good hookup. I think that's going to be a live game. I do believe this game goes over. I think we can expect a combined 60-something points out of this game. Divisional game, both teams need it. So Colts really need it. So kind of liking that. As far as the Colts side of the ball, apparently Michael Pittman's going to be crazy popular. I'm not surprised because I like Michael Pittman. He was one of my favorite plays. I thought he was a slam dunk. I still think he's a slam dunk. I think he's going to have a good game. He's going to need to help the Colts get there today. Hopefully T.Y. Hilton suits up. I did not see. Let's see what the latest on T.Y. is. Not that T.Y. is a super exciting play. T.Y. Hilton. Are you playing today, T.Y.? Yep, Ty is active today, so you can go Ty, get a little lower ownership, 4,900. He did get 4 targets against Houston last when he played last. He didn't play last week against the Niners, keeping him out of that game. Yeah, kind of like Ty a little bit. So nobody's going to have him today. So if you want to get off Michael Pittman chalk, and maybe get yourself some T.Y. Hilton. You also got Zach Paschal, who's a weird player. He's 4,400, so he's going to be live. What's his name? The other guy, Parrish Campbell. He's IR'd. There's not much at the tight end spot. Mo Alley Cox seems to be the number one, quote unquote, one tight end there, so he gets a few shots. But I'm not too excited about that today. Yeah, so maybe Ty is looking a little better in my as we get closer to lock here, especially if what's his nuts is going to be that popular. So I think that I do like Carson Wentz today. I thought he was going to be a home underdog today, but apparently he's a home favorite, which I like him less now. But generally speaking, you can throw up against Tennessee. They got dinged up a little bit again last week against Kansas City, so letdown spot, road game. Carson Wentz, he might at 5,900. I think he's about as safe as play as you can make. Him and Matt Ryan this week. Those are really safe plays at under $6,000 at quarterback. So we'll just have to move on. I think that covers all the AM games. Obviously here we cover the early slate extensively, and then build from there. I guess we didn't talk about Jets Cincinnati. I hope everybody plays Cincinnati's defense and the Jets find a way to score. That's going to be one of my strategies. I'm going with the Bills defense today. Hopefully, like I said, ownership's heavier on the Cincinnati side of the ball. Hopefully the Jets can just score a few points just to kind of tap that down, and then maybe Buffalo shuts out Miami again. Maybe. That's kind of how my strategy. I'm strategizing my defensive salary. So, but as far as the Jets game in itself, there's tons of things about this game that make you go, I don't know, why am I thinking like this? But I think for Cincinnati, I think the running back load will be split. I think both Pirine and Joe Mixon will get about the same amount of touches, which will be high. They'll both get about 15, 16, 17 touches today, I think. They may even, somebody's going to have some touchdown equity out of that. It's probably going to be Mixon, but you never know. Jamar Chase, everybody knows about Jamar Chase now. I just don't like this environment at all for some reason. The conditions are good in New Jersey today, so it's a good day for football. I just don't, there's just something about this game that really bothers me. And a lot of the Cincinnati players are going to be popular. So that's a tough spot. If you want to go, T. Higgins apparently is going to be really popular. People are going to try to get to Jamar Chase and stacks, as they should. He's probably going to have a good game. But I don't know. I think something goes sideways in that game, and it's just got me nervous. But as far as the Jet side of the ball goes, they're going to be starting this rookie or this quarterback. They have whatever. It's insignificant. I don't. He can go there. I think he's $5,000 this week. He's going to need to throw the ball, but I don't know who he's going to throw it to because Corey Davis is out. I guess Jamison Crowder becomes pretty interesting. Nobody wants to talk about this, but if he gets 10 targets at 4,800, he could pay off that and just be really low owned, and nobody's going to even want to go there. So Jamison Crowder, yeah, Michael Carter Jr. is probably going to get some love. He's showed out a little bit last week. He shows that he can handle a receiving load. They do have other running backs there, so I'm obviously not excited about that. Now with Corey Davis being out today, Keenan Colseer, I shouted him out last week, and he did get a couple more targets last week. He could be the number 2 receiver. He could see a large snap count today, but they got Braxton Berrios and Darnell Mims and shit like that. So if you're looking for low ownership and you're looking for pivot plays and you're trying to use the Jets, just double check to see who's active for them today. I don't think I'm gonna put forth that kind of effort. Like I said, I shot out a couple names for them, so somebody from that team might do something. Hot take, right? So let's see. We're 53 minutes from lock. Anyway, if you're watching the video, drop me a comment, give me a like. Has anybody hopped in on this stream? Nope. Been streaming for 43 minutes now. Yeah, what are you gonna do? But yeah. I don't know. What do you think of the fish tank? I think the fish tank, a little bright. Took the mirrors out from back. Like I said, once I get a new monitor, I'm gonna try to figure out how to make this look like a legit studio. With some, think about changing the name to the DFS Dungeon. Kind of got a dungeon-y look here with the faux brick. Nice wallpaper, photographic wallpaper. Great way to get your apartment done on the cheap and the easy. But talking about that. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about football. So moving on. Let's see. Now we're getting to get into the afternoon tilts. We got 4 of those today. So we got 8 earlies, 4 lates. So got to imagine that most of your touchdown equity is going to come in the early slate. Not saying that there's not great plays out here, so let's just get to them. Starting out, we got New England is traveling to LA to play the Clippers, and the Clippers coming off a bye, been looking like hot garbage against the run lately. Makes you think Damian Harris, but apparently the Patsies will have all of their guys this week in the running back, so that's going to be a chopped up bag. I don't think anybody has. You're not going to get a Brandon Bolden or a Damian Harris type performance from New England this week. So buyer beware there for sure. The Clippers coming off a bye, you gotta like that. They're at home, gotta like that. Yeah, I really don't know what to think about that. The Clippers like to throw the ball a lot. Their offense is highly concentrated. I mean, if you're gonna play some Chargers players, you know who to play. It's Eckler, it's Mike Williams, it's Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is freaking due for a touchdown. So if you want to get ahead on that curve, Keenan Allen is going to score here soon. So it might be a good time to play Keenan Allen. hopefully he, hopefully everybody with the Clippers is feeling good this week. I like to see them play well. So Kai can feel good about his Chargers. He, he was super excited 2 weeks ago, and then they play the Baltimore Ravens, and now he doesn't want to talk about football for a while. So, all right, Kyle. So I'm hoping the best for your guys this week for sure. Let's see. Moving on, Jacksonville, Seattle. Definitely some pieces from this game that I like. On the Jacksonville side of the ball, Trevor Lawrence, I think, is way too cheap, way too underpriced. He's like 5,400. He's going to throw the ball a lot. He's got scramble ability too. He can give you that extra 30 yards rushing that we do look for in a quarterback, and he's shown some goal line proficiency as well. So Trevor Lawrence, 50, way too cheap, way too cheap. So that's a good play there. Um, not too interested in Marvin Jones or Laviscus Chenault this week, but who I am interested in is Jamal Agnew, 3,700 for the Jaguars. He is my favorite pay down option for this week. His name keeps coming up. Heavily targeted. He looks like to be the guy that kind of just shakes loose and gets busy. Apparently, Dan Arnold is going to be for the tight end for the Jags is going to be really popular this week. I can see why. I get that he's cheap, and Seattle will give him opportunities to do stuff with the football. So I don't hate that play a lot. But Jamal Agnew, that's our guy from Jacksonville this week. So I'm really looking to Trevor Lawrence to Jamal Agnew kind of connection to help make a lineup work. I think that's a great way to go, and that is probably my pay down option of the week. So go get yourself some Jamal Agnew. Um, don't want to forget about anything on this. Oh, yeah, James Robinson. He looks like himself again, which is great. He looks like they've gotten off of Carlos Hyde. It's about time Carlos. James Robinson is one of your best players, so try to use him, Urban Meyer. So he's become a very viable safe play. I don't really particularly like running backs on the road, but in this kind of situation, I don't think he's going to be pretty. I think it's good to get over the field on James Robinson this weekend. I think he'd be nice and good for you. As far as the rest of the Jags go, they're the Jags. They give up a lot of points. When they score a lot of points, they're a decent team. So hopefully they can these two shitbag organizations and what they have left on the field can put together a nice looking game and give us some points. And now, obviously, Seattle with Geno Smith. Nobody wants to play Geno Smith, but he is at home playing the Jags. Yeah, I mean, no guts, no glory. I guess Geno's crazy cheap, and he's got good receivers to pair up with. Gerald Everett becomes more live this week against Jacksonville. A lot of people like Dan Arnold. I think Gerald Everett might be the spot. I think he's 3,300. He's not a high volume player, but I think he gets opportunities against this Jags defense. So you can go there if you're looking for some tight end savings or just trying to stack this game. It's a good way to go about it, especially if everybody's going to try to stack it with Dan Arnold at the tight end spot. So Gerald Everett, don't forget about him today. Obviously, you know about Lockett and Metcalf and those guys, and they're hurt, they're not hurt, they're good, they're not good. Just I mean, I can't stand Russell Wilson, but as a football player, I can't wait for him to come back. So those are kind of my thoughts there. James Robinson, Jamal Agnew, do what you will with I guess Alex Collins. If Alex Collins is live for Seattle, if he's okay, he's good to go. He's full to go. Then Alex Collins is going to be a really contrarian pick. So you can go there and hope for the best, I guess. So anyway, moving on. Tampa at New Orleans. Now this is an interesting game. Tampa on the road. New Orleans, Jameis Winston playing against his old team after his dispersing from there. How do we want to look at this? I guess same way we always look at it. I think maybe I hate to say let down spot for Tom Brady, but I think New Orleans plays up for this game. I don't like this to be a high scoring game. I don't know. There's really don't know. There should be parts. I should have a lot more interest in this game, and I don't. Kamara's fine. Jameis Winston's pretty good at $6,000. Marquise Callaway, I think that's his name, wide receiver. He's 5,400. He will get his opportunities. You got to like him today. That's a good play. I don't know if anybody's going to get to him. He's right above Michael Pittman, who is popular this week. So I do like Callaway. Harris is still questionable. Looks like he'll get on the field, and then Traquan Smith is back, but apparently he's a spurred. I don't know. So don't be surprised if Traquan Smith catches 2 touchdowns today. I'm just saying. Tampa side of the ball, yeah, you know what to do. I mean, Gronk. I guess Gronk's still a game time decision-esque. So if him and Antonio Brown are out, you gotta love their, where the ball's going. It's just New Orleans has been playing pretty tough lately. So, and they're going to be up for this game, and the dome's going to be live. And if you need a really low-owned defensive spot, 2,500 Saints defense, I don't know. They might be able to. Give Brady some angst today. So we'll see. We'll see how the Tom Brady's do against the Saints. I don't think there's much else there to talk about. Obviously, Tampa Bay's got running backs. Fournette's pretty much carved out as being their guy, but they do have other guys in the mix that they use. So, yeah, I just don't really like this game. So hopefully it doesn't hurt me too bad. And then the last game on the main slate, Washington at Denver. Everybody knows I'm here in Denver. Denver might actually win this game. Who knows? Kind of an ugly game, kind of an ugly day. It's been beautiful here in Denver for the last month, but autumn is here. It looks like it's colder, it's a wetter, it's an overcast. It's not a nice day. I don't think weather is going to particularly affect this game, but it's not going to be nice out there for sure. The way we look at it is, we attack Washington with wide receivers, and wide receiver returning for Denver is Jerry Jeudy. Hopefully, people just don't realize it. Hopefully, they not get on that news. Jerry Jeudy, I think he's at 48, something like that. I'm gonna get the number exactly because I really like Jerry Jeudy this week. Oh, why can't I do my stuff? Oh God. What the fuck? Oh, this is pissing me off. It's just too advantageous. We've seen 14 carries back-to-back weeks. We're seeing him on the field alongside Matt Davis running a bunch of routes. No Calvin Ridley. You got to be thinking that this just makes Cordell Patterson a much better play now. Oh, 100%. And, we lost the dual eligibility, but it really doesn't matter to me all that much. One thing that I was looking at before is, Matt Ryan is back up to 40-plus pass attempts per game. He's done so in 4 of his last 5 contests. And with this injury especially, I don't know. Apparently, we just maybe got some late breaking news. If I'm not mistaken, I think I just heard that Calvin Ridley is out today. How do I figure this out? Oh, I gotta figure out how to get better information faster. Bear with me here, just getting a little deeper dive for y'all. Calvin Ridley is out. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Won't play. Tend to personal matters. Sounds like he got in a fight with his baby mama or something like that. So, yeah, Russell Gage, folks. Russell Gage, 4,200. Boy, he just became a bigger smash play. That gives bump ups to Cordell Patterson, Kyle Pitts. So, I guess we need to find out if we've got any fucking. I'm not even. Let's see if we even have some. How do I navigate my own? So this is the fun part of it. Now I was not big on Calvin Ridley today with the news of the Gilmore news. So I had very little interest in him. So we just got to make sure we don't have. I'm sure we have got a Calvin Ridley lineup around here somewhere. Someone's gonna have to make sure. This is part of the process. That was pretty late news. I mean, it's 10:20, and that news just popped. So a lot of people have already made their decisions. This is a good time to make some sharp moves. I don't think that does not leave a lot of time. Now the great thing is that we already liked Kyle Pitts today. We already liked Russell Gage, so we've already got exposure to those guys. I guess we'll just who do we like here? I guess we'll just go to DeAndre Johnson to fill in this lineup. Yeah. Whenever I get news like this, it always gives me some incentive to try to come up with a new lineup based on this last information. That's what we're gonna do. Let's go find ourselves a little contest. Let's go find ourselves a contest. What do we want to play? Should we enter a $3? $3 for $100,000. Yeah. Wish there's a way I could. Early only. Let's find a contest here. I guess we can do that. Create a lineup. Let's see. Yeah, Cordell Patterson might be busy today, so he definitely gets a bump. We have no Cordell Patterson, but we can go get some now. Okay, let's just do a Matt Ryan stack. There's a Cordell Patterson. Let's force fuck Kyle Pitts in there. Let's get Gage. Let's run it back with TJ Moore while we're at it. All right, let's go plug in some Buffalo D. 5,600 across the board. Let's see if we get Derrick Henry in there. And that leaves us $4,000. I don't think we can get Derrick Henry. Let's do something a little different. We'll use Swift as our stud. This is 49. Let's flex, see what we can get into a flex. Somebody like maybe Singletary, 4,600, one of our favorite plays. Leaves us 52. for a wide receiver, which gets us on T. Higgins, Landry, Hilton. I'm going to grab a little T.Y. Hilton. I'm going to do it. Okay. So, yeah. So, as a last minute, my last lineup of the day, something I'm going to just kind of cram in there. I'm going to do a Falcon stack on the early slate. Matt Ryan, Corey Patterson, Deontay Swift, Gage. Run it back with DJ Moore, T.Y. Hilton, because no one wants to go there. Everybody will be on Pittman, so maybe T.Y. gets lucky. He shows out from time to time. And Kyle Pitts, Singletary, Buffalo. Yeah, sure. I could see that. Full participant. Yeah, T.Y. Yeah, why not? Eat that. Yeah. All right. So that's that. So I think I've got enough in for today. Yeah, I think we got enough going on. So anyway, it's 10:30. 10:30. I've been online for an hour now. So I don't think anybody joined us today, but we're out there. Lucky Collie, he probably would have watched. He's outside parking. Wants to come inside. Oh, yeah, those are my thoughts, folks. Good luck out there to you today. Like I said, this is just me having some fun on the internet and letting y'all know what I'm doing. So I told you I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and my mouth where my money is. So here I am telling you about it. So y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know how I'm playing. I'll come back later and let you know how it all went down, of course. I'm going to spend the rest of this Halloween hanging out with Paul, hanging out with my boy Sutherland. We're just gonna chill today. Probably gonna play some video games. Being Halloween, we're gonna be looking at some horror games. Maybe play some Resident Evil 7 or 8, something like that. Pretty excited about that. Gonna go get some baller food before the energy and food crisis gets way out of control and we're all starving by Christmas. In case you know that's going on in the world, there are more important things than fantasy football. It's what I like to do to keep myself busy, keep myself engaged, tap into my competitive nature. In my head, I'm the number one player in the world, but Alex Baker and Al Smizzle prove week after week that their bankroll is number one in the world. So until we get to that point, we're just going to have to keep trying to prove it. So, these are just some of my thoughts. Dude Bro Television, the DFS Dungeon. These are things that we're going to continue working on and, give us something to do. Stranger things have happened. And, looking forward to doing that live stream or posting that video about how we put it all together. Anyway, got 30 minutes left before lock. I'm just going to double check all the information, but I think we're all in, guys. I think we're all in. I think you got everything you need to know. Obviously keep yourself flexible for any late pivots. You do got like Austin Eckler questionable today. That's probably some pretty big news. If Austin Eckler somehow misses, I think makes Justin Herbert a huge play. We never really got to Justin Herbert this week, so yeah. So watch something like that happen, I guess. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna wish you luck. Have a great Halloween. Hopefully everything went well for you last night. Hopefully they go better for you today. And let's take down some prizes. All right, guys. Good luck out there, and thanks for watching or not watching. Anyway, we'll see you next time.